Hi, I'm Sonia. Welcome back to my channel. I am so glad that everybody could be with us today. This week we're doing a little thing, something a little extra special. I don't know if you guys have ever been to the Kitchen Queers channel, but they are a lot of fun. And this week they have organized a big collaboration of meatballs. So everybody from a lot of different cooking channels are making meatballs this week and sharing them with you. There's going to be a big playlist that this will be added to. And you can also, hopefully this will link to all the other videos. And also it'd be great if you could go over to their channel and watch theirs and subscribe to their channel. I love their channel. It's a lot of fun and I love going to their lives. They are a lot of fun over there. So yeah, if you're ever in the live, look in the comments. I'm probably there. Usually watch while I'm like watching my daughter's Zoom class and watching theirs at the same time. I know. But this week I am sharing with you my favorite meatballs. I normally use 2 pounds of 93% ground beef, but this week I'm gonna just switch it up just a little bit because you guys know if you've been watching my videos, I've been kind of obsessed with chicken sausage. So I'm gonna add it in as like a little bit extra zing to it. So I'm gonna do 1 pound of chicken and 1 pound of extra lean ground beef, but if you don't wanna do it, just do 2 pounds of the extra lean ground beef. And mine, because I'm using an extra lean ground beef, you're gonna have to wait and watch and show how I actually still make them extra like moist, they're not dry, and adding extra protein. So come on, let's get started with this recipe. Oh, and if you're new here, make sure you subscribe before you leave. Okay, let's get started. Okay, we are gonna start with the meat first. We're gonna do just 1 pound of meat. I had it part of a big pack, but it is 93% ground beef. I try to do the leanest ground beef I can find. Okay, and 1 pound of the mild Italian chicken sausage. I also have a hot one, but we decided to go with this one today. I'm just gonna squeeze it in and shove it in with the other meat. Okay, there we go. Then the next thing we're gonna do, and this you could do in any order, I'm going to just shove it all in here, and then we are going to add it together, is 1/2 pound of parmesan romano cheese. 1/2 pound. Guys, no, 1/2 cup. Okay, and I got chicken on it, of course. Okay. Then we're gonna add in ricotta. This is the best, you guys. If you guys haven't added in ricotta cheese into your meatballs, you should try it. It makes them like, number 1, add some protein. Number 2, if you're gonna be using a lean ground beef, it makes them super moist. You guys need to try it. It is so good. I normally do an all skim ricotta. I had some left over from lasagna. If you guys haven't watched my crockpot lasagna, try it. So I'm gonna go ahead and just add this in. And we are doing 1 entire container, which is 15 ounces of ricotta. Okay, so we're just gonna take our thing of ricotta, let's dump it in. Like I said, we're gonna dump this all in together. Then we're going to do 1 entire cup of breadcrumbs. Progresso breadcrumbs, the Italian style, because they're already pre-seasoned, okay? Or they even have like the generic, whatever the store has. Then you're also going to do 2 teaspoons of salt. 1, 2. Then I'm doing 1 teaspoon of Italian seasoning. I hope this light is good in here. It's so dark in my kitchen that I tried to put more light and then I was like, is that enough light or too much light? Okay, 1 teaspoon of oregano. 1 teaspoon of crushed red pepper. Okay, we're gonna take 2 eggs, we're gonna crack them and then just mix them in our bowl. And I do this because I think once you put them in, it's kind of harder. Sometimes the egg yolk doesn't get like all mixed together to mix into your main part. So just go ahead and mix it up. I hope everybody is doing great out there and staying healthy. Okay, eating healthy, right? Okay, we're gonna pour it in. So you can take your hands, you can put gloves on them, you can mix it around, but we just need to mix this all together. I'm just gonna use my hands, okay? We're gonna mix it all together. That's what we're gonna do. Oh, wait, I forgot one more thing. We forgot an ingredient. Okay, y'all, clearly I need to eat dinner. Now I'm waiting until dinner time to make this. I forgot to do one more ingredient, one of the important ones. You're gonna need 1 cup of water, and this is also gonna add moisture. I know it's kind of weird and awkward, but just try it. It's gonna really make your meatballs taste fantastic. Okay, let's add in 1 cup of warm water real quick. Okay, just 1 cup of water. Now I'm just gonna push them all together. I know it's kind of gross. This is it. Okay, I thought about it, and I think I want to go ahead and add in some dried parsley flakes. We're just gonna peel that all. I haven't done it before. It's gonna be fine. My husband said it'll be fine. He cooks for a living, so okay, I'm gonna add a few parsley flakes. I'm just gonna sprinkle in a few, just for a little color, a little freshness. We're just gonna mix it all together. Okay, getting to our next part, we are going to just take a platter, and I'm just gonna have, you could use just regular kitchen spray, or take some oil, olive oil, and just spread it out. I have my little sprayer. I usually use for my air fryer. I'm just gonna spray it, and then I'm going to, normally, I wasn't making this for you guys. A lot of times I just roll them in my hand. I just get like a spoon or something, but today, hey, the video will be a little more formal. I'm gonna use my cookie scoop, and I'm gonna try to just make them more even. You should cook them more even. Sometimes they're not great even, but I do the best I can, just because then they will cook more even. Okay, and at this point, you want to make sure that your oven is on, and I already have mine on, turned on. It's at 375, which also leads me to, I'm going to be serving this with some spaghetti. So once these go in the oven, it's not gonna take very much time at all. Let's bring this out. So I would already have my water going by now with some salt in it, or if you're doing low carb or whatever, you would have your spaghetti squash going, whatever you plan on doing with these, okay? We're just having regular spaghetti today. Okay, my other thing is I'm going to go ahead and scoop them, and then you don't have to. You could use water, or you can just, ooh, spray my counters. Okay, just a little oil to put on your hands so that when you roll the meatballs, like the meat doesn't get, you know, stuck to your hands. Okay, let's roll them out real quick. Okay, I'm gonna keep rolling the meatballs, and Meatball's gonna talk to you guys for a minute. I just wanna make sure that you don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I actually am going to have my daughter in our next video, and I'm so excited. She has been so busy with school. We actually haven't even finished our first semester. We finished our first semester, I think, the beginning of next week, because in the part of the country we live in, we go to school until the end of June. Anyways, so they are just finishing up their semester exams, all their big projects. So I was actually just helping, like, you know, read like some of her essays and stuff like that, and help with her. Anyway, so she's gonna try this weekend, and we can tape it, so make sure you're subscribed. And she's gonna show us something you guys are going to love to see. I already actually have like our next few videos already planned, and then I have an interactive dinner that you guys are gonna love. It's a great idea for Valentine's Day, so make sure you guys are subscribed, because if not, you're gonna be really missing out on the next few videos. And make sure, again, after you watch this video, that you go down in the playlist and watch all of my friends' other videos. There are so many great cooking channels out there, and family channels that do a lot of cooking, to watch their channels, and it's a good way. It's so hard. I think that there's a lot of small channels that don't, you know, they won't be suggested for you, but they are such good channels. They just, you know, YouTube doesn't suggest like small channels unless you happen to be watching them in the first few hours that they actually release their video. Anyways, it's kind of hard to get found on YouTube. Anyway, so yeah, go ahead and make sure you check out some of my friends' channels. We really appreciate it. Make sure you subscribe. Like I said, next week my daughter's gonna be in the kitchen, and as anybody knows, she has the biggest sweet tooth in the house. Of course, it's some kind of pastry, and she is just so talented. I always tell her that. You are so talented. You need to do something. You guys, last week, you know what she did? She made us Meatballs, and if you have been watching my channel this month, you know that I'm on a diet. They were so good. We can't have those in the house unless I'm on a diet. I eat so many of them. If you guys want to see her Benwillows, just let me know down in the comments, and I'll make sure we tape that one later on. We have the next few videos already planned out, but yeah. Okay, let me finish rolling these up for you. Okay, you guys, I am so hungry. I totally forgot to do what I normally do, and I suggest that you do. Before you actually put it into your baking dishes, I'm actually, my second baking dish made a little more than I thought. I would take a scoop of it and put it into your pan, cook it off, try, even though we're gonna bake it, it's gonna taste the same. Try your meat, make sure it's seasoned the way you want. I'm gonna go ahead and do it right now, because if it's bad, I guess I'll throw it back in and re-season. Okay, let's just go and cook off one little meatball real quick. Again, sorry, I'm hungry and cooking. This is never a good situation. You should never don't ever do this. Okay. Okay, it's done in the background. It's getting hungry. Okay, I cooked up just like a little patty, and I'm gonna go ahead and try it. Hopefully this is good, because now I can take all of those meatballs back out of the pan and re-season it. So. I like it. Okay, let's cook them all off. Ooh, has a little zing in it. I like it. Okay, I finished one pan. Hello, aren't they gorgeous? And I'm gonna go ahead and toss them into the oven. Oh, close to my light. 375, about 20 minutes. I'm gonna temp them and tell you exactly how long, because I haven't done it with the chicken, like I said. It's gonna be about 20 minutes. Might take a little longer. I don't know. We'll see. Just make sure they're cooked off 165. And while these are cooking, I actually can probably make a whole other pan of meatballs. It's probably gonna make at least 2 pans of meatballs. Okay, I'm gonna get this in the oven while I'm doing the second part. I think about 20 minutes. So it was 375, and it probably was closer to like 30 minutes. Just make sure you put in your thermometer, and it should temp around 165, and then you know that you are done. Okay, it took actually a little bit longer, I think, because I used chicken. I don't know. Because the ground beef is leaner, so it's like more dry. So I wanted to cook it just a little bit more so it wouldn't be so wet. So it's probably about 25 minutes in the oven, about 375 to 400. And what I decided to do to brown them off, and my husband's like, that'd be a great idea if you just put them under the broiler for a few minutes. So putting them under the broiler for about 2 to 3 minutes, and then I'm gonna pop them into my pan with sauce. Okay, here they are. Ooh, they just came out. How good do they look? In there. And then I'm gonna go ahead, put them in there, and I'm gonna add in some marinara sauce. Today we're trying a new one. Sometimes make it, sometimes we buy it. And today, let me see my light. We're gonna try this Trader Joe's roasted garlic marinara. I'll let you know how it is. At this point, we're just adding in the sauce and getting the sauce to boil and just getting the meatballs to absorb some of the flavor. So once it comes to boil, you're pretty much done. Hey you guys, it's all ready. I took it from the pan and added my spaghetti, put a little bit of sauce. I took a few pictures for my thumbnail. Okay, but I already tried one, but I'm letting you know, it's really good. The only thing that I would change, and I tried it earlier, is I think the chicken sausage had a little bit more salt than I thought, so maybe instead of putting 2 teaspoons of salt. I probably would have put in 1. So just try it and let you see, especially depending on what sausage you use. Using a straight beef would be fine. Okay, this is hard to do. This is why I normally don't eat on camera. It's a little hot. So you guys make sure you subscribe. Like I said, I have some really fun videos coming. Yeah, make sure you go and watch everybody else's videos and yeah, subscribe before you leave. Yeah, it's really good. I'm gonna go sit down with my family, have a great meal, and then we're gonna have some games going on tonight, and hope you guys are doing well, and I'll see you next week. Bye.